Hit the dirt like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with. Make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, but what doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Nightly Crypto Charts with Road Dog. My name is Lane and I am your host for this evening. Checking just quickly to make sure that everything is okay. Music may be a little bit loud, voice may be a little bit low. Just gotta check things out. Welcome to the show, everyone, whether you are watching live or catching this later. My TA, a lot of times I like to stick with the 4 hour, and those charts have weight. They stay fresh for a little while. You can watch a chart a week later that I do, video or live stream, and it should still barely be relative when we start looking at the bigger scene. Having said that, and then of course we might also look at some smaller time frames. Today in the market, well, altcoins got nice green bubbles today on Crypto Bubbles, so not complaining very much there. Bitcoin though, man. Is anyone feeling confused about Bitcoin? Is it going up? Is it going down? I can't tell. What's it doing? Bitcoin's giving off some very mixed signals, kind of throwing the market for a little bit of a loop. Everybody's wondering, well, what is it doing? Because it seems to flip-flop overnight. And I know you can come on YouTube and, I mean, bearish one day, bullish the next day. Some shows are even bearish and bullish in the same 1 hour. So it's crazy ride in crypto. Speaking of Bitcoin, let's go over to Bitcoin. But first, let's say hello to the people in the chat. Straight up, my baby. How you doing, baby? VeChain is on CB on Coinbase. VeChain is? Nice. Has it not been on? For some reason, I thought it was there, but if it hasn't been and it's just now going there, that's a nice news event. Hope I'm not muted. There we go. Missed you at 12. Yeah, I missed myself at 12. I'm when I say I'm a night owl, I mean that I'm a night owl. It just gets progressively worse. So I'm trying to switch to be more daytimey. Am shooting for the 12 noonish, just haven't got it rolling and established. The nightlies come nice. It's no problem to do them. I just get carried away on the nightly. But we are doing a daytime stream because, well, that's a little bit more relevant right in the action. And, you know, if you are working during the daytime, have a day job, maybe lunchtime can give you time to check things out if you need to. Or after work. And then we have the nighttime stream. Get a little bit more degen-y here. Looking more at altcoins on the nighttime stream. But tonight we got to kind of focus on Bitcoin, and yeah, earlier I said, yeah, I'm on the 4 hour. Yeah, I'm on the 1 minute right there, trying to figure this little baby out. Here's the deal with Bitcoin. Here's the dealio with Bitcoin. When we zoometh outeth on this here chart, we do have, you know, we got a nice angle, got a trend line going, those top to top to tops, right? So there's actually a trend line, kind of a falling wedge with a bear trap at the bottom, which a lot of times when you see a bear trap, price will come back into the pattern and then it can go to the other side. It's actually a bullish sign to see that. And that's kind of what we've done. Price has come up and it's come out to the other side. I was expecting more rejection in this area than what it's got. Didn't get it. Let me get rid of some of these extra trend lines here. Clean up my screen here. So the conundrum that we're in right now is the pattern within a pattern. What we are currently is a rising more like a rising wedge. And now these are bearish and they break to the downside about 70% of the time. Might even say even more. And look, we broke that trend line. It's even more visible if you come on the 1 hour, right? Bearish patterns, all get out. We broke it. So by all means, by your standard TA, you look for a bearish retest, which perhaps it's doing now and perhaps it's not. That's the question. On the smaller time frames, it looks like it did its retest earlier over here. But maybe this is its bearish retest. And then the number go down. And that's the way it's supposed to do. That's what we expect it to do. It looks like it may be doing that. Maybe we are getting rejection, but we were above this 200 moving average, and that's officially bullish. So mixed signals there. If we can maintain above the 200, there may be a big move coming. Ichimoku Cloud suggests there may be a big move coming. And then some of these patterns and some of these indicators are saying, no, this move is over. And the only one reason why it's so confusing is that these last few weeks, last few days especially, there has been a lot of this breaking out of patterns and breaking back in it and flipping the script a lot. Now, if it does it on this particular pattern, we're going to see parabolic movement out of Bitcoin. And I'm talking fast, quick, hard move to the upside, probably recovering all of this. It would be this in reverse. Beautiful. You want to be on the right side of that. You definitely don't want to be in a short without a stop loss on something like that. That could happen. We were breaking out of a pattern. We should have got rejected down here. We didn't. We came up. We got above the 400 moving, or the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. We're getting all these little bullish signs saying, hey, baby, we're getting ready to do something. Ichimoku Cloud saying that. The moving averages are saying, hey, man, getting all the crosses in all the right places. But we can still get rejected here. Because until that 9 moving averages crosses over that 200, you got no staying power. And you do see this happen a lot, where price goes up and maybe above the 200, especially on your shorter time frame. So what plays out on the shorter time frames play out on the bigger time frames. There's no difference between time frames other than the frame of time that you're looking at. It's perspective, basically. Temporal perspective. So a lot of times on those, you can see price come back, and then we see the 9 get rejected there, and that will make the others get rejected. And you're saying, you almost sound happy that it's going to be rejected. Yeah, you're darn right, because I got some shorts, man. I got some shorts over on Fairdesk that I want to see you go down, Bitcoin. That was the original analysis, and you threw a flippy script for me. Trying my patience with this rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. Striga says, I didn't sleep at all last night. I really didn't either. I'm tired as all get out. Just weren't in the cards. No, I think not. See, I go to sleep, I'll set an alarm, and I will sleep through that alarm. I just dream about alarms going off, and I was like, well, this is an annoying dream. Just keep going. Let's go in a different room. So it looks like we are getting rejected here, which, cool. But my moving averages are saying, hey, my 21's going to cross that 100, baby. Give you a little boost to the upside. Little, So there we go with mixed signals again. So market cipher, stochastic coming down, bearish. The red dot on market cipher, bearish. VWAP coming down, bearish. Money flow coming up, bullish. And if there's one indicator on BMC, this is like 5 indicators just all smushed together, making it look like an astropop melting on the sidewalk. But it's really just 5 things put together so you can glance at it and just read it quick and easy. That's what I like about it. Money flow would have to be one of the strongest, more powerful indicators in this little group. Money flow is very important, and it's going up. So I'll just put it out here. I don't trust the market makers. I don't trust them. They love to play us, and they're good at it. They're very, very good at it, and they're getting even better at it. Maybe they got AI in the picture now. If they don't, we will, you know. So looking at this situation here, as this pattern was playing out at the top, looking for toppy patterns, right? Kind of got triple top, you know, looked head and shouldery, that kind of thing. Got a neckline, and price is back above that neckline now. So market makers are having a heyday. I will say this: we got rising volume, or rising price but falling volume, and that may be the only thing to help keep us with some sanity here. Saying that yes, this should fail, this should come down. But if it doesn't, we may be looking at a hella bullish scenario, which I can't see. It makes no logical sense, it being a Thursday, tomorrow being a Friday, that being the forerunner to a weekend with lackluster action usually. But don't put it past the market maker to fool us all, because they're good at it. There are high stakes players in the game right now wanting good, juicy deals on it. And the market makers help them get those juicy deals. They're like guns for hire almost. So I've been over here trading on Paradise in their futures. And last night, I started with $150 over here. I got down to 123. Now I'm back up to 136, making a little bit of a comeback. Trying to read this little guy. She's got me so spooked. I got things planned out there, but she's got me so spooked. That actually, yeah, I'm not going to predetermine anything at this moment. And so I'm actually got a little bit of a hedge in this situation because I was pretty solid that it was going to do a fake out, so I went ahead and I made a few little buys down here. So I'm riding those little puppies up, and I up enough to where I can put a stop loss and get out in profit on that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right about right now. So move this to just a little over break even, because those fees are a killer. And it's easy to overlook. Oh yeah, there's fees with that. You didn't make it in the clear. You're still down. So you have to watch for that kind of thing on any exchange. So my entry was 26,556. That was a risky move. I was going by fibs though, and she got hit, so we took the chance with it. And you know, that's not going to be enough to help me out there. That might do it. 1.4%. Maybe I'll break even if it gets hit. Maybe. Then my short. Well, you know, it should have been shorting, but I didn't want to. You know, by the rules, break this. retest, short. Played by the rules. All right, so Fairdesk is kind of cool. If you're not familiar with it, cool exchange to check out. They do offer spot trading. Nice little layout there. Looks, and you can set it up however you like. Trying to get to their markets. They have the futures, and they also have copy trading. Well, let's go here. And as you can see, your boy right here, Road Dog's over on there on the copy trading. With 18 followers. Go figure. So Fairdesk, just kind of cool. They do offer that. There are some other people that do have copy trading here. And you can follow them. This guy, 100% win rate for 3 weeks. Pig Money, same thing. So lots of different people here doing lots of different strategies, doing different things, getting different results. This guy's made $237. This guy's made $145. It's just all different approaches, different strokes for different folks, people. Impressive and very impressive to have 100% though. Oh, Crypto Daily was there. Okay. So they've got that going on over at Fairdesk too. So if you're not familiar with it, at least, you know, go check it out. See what you think about it. Check out the spot market. I was trying. I'm still learning to navigate the site myself here. But there is a link in the description below if you want to help support the channel. That would definitely help. But go over there and check out the futures. I think if I just click this here, we can bring up, yeah, they've got a nice run. Here's, yeah, finally, here we go. All the selection of perpetual futures that you can trade, and they got them, baby. They've got all the ones, all the little altcoins that you like to degen. Said, man, do they perp this? Is there a perp for this? Does somebody have futures for this? Yeah, it's called Fairdesk. They got all these. Well, I'm scrolling. I'm not done. I'm scrolling. High Street, Casper, ACH, ICX, you name it, it's there. Futures. And that means that you can use leverage up to a crazy amount, which I do not recommend. I do recommend go easy on your leverage, and especially if you are new. Even if you've been in it for a while, go easier on the leverage. And I need to preach to myself because I'm using some crazy leverage at the moment. I do intend to change that. All your favorites right there. Over at Fairdesk. Cool place. Check it out. The app is pretty sweet too on your phone. All right. Looking now. Looking at these little juicy bubbles. Bitcoin Cash, man. Market crash. Like, oh, it's dead. Nobody wants that. They'll come back for it. It's already back up at 217 after the drop. Say what you want. I just think there's something on the back burner for that one. There's a plan for it somewhere. It's got some. I'm speculating. I have no evidence to support that. That is my speculation with me and my tinfoil hat on. Something's going to happen with that. It's technically a faster version of Bitcoin. It's just that it is not the original Bitcoin. Not saying it's going to surpass Bitcoin or nothing like that. Bitcoin is king and always will be, as far as I can see. And hopefully getting rejected here so that these shorts will play out, maybe. I don't need you to go too far for me to to do good, but she's wanting to get bullish on me here, man, and that's kind of weird. 9 once across 21. If it breaks again here, all the shorts are in trouble. The biggest short squeeze may be upon us. And there was a rise of red, yeah, but it's also the smiley pattern that we got here. technically bullish. Could pop back in the pattern. And then what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Cause that Ichimoku cloud, I'm just saying, baby, you know I love you. I know you don't like surprises, but honey, I spent your life savings in Vegas and I bought you a t-shirt. 1 hour, looking bullish. Folks, there's nowhere for this to go but back into the trend, back into the pattern. And if it does go back into this pattern, a bearish pattern at the tippy of tops, folks, we could be looking at a fountain of Bitcoin, a Bitcoin explosion, if you will. I can't believe it. I'm not ready for it. I'm trying to safeguard myself and get some longs ready for it to offset the losses that I would take on shorts, because I can't do anything about it other than giving in fear that you're gone. On one particular platform. If none of this is making sense, I'm working on with the one particular platform with a very strict set of rules on how to trade it. So you can't build a position. It's like you get one little individual thing. It's not the futures thing. It's the other. It's just, it works a little different. You have to be a little bit more, devise some rules to go by. And I am figuring those rules out at the moment. And Bitcoin is just wanting to go up, baby. Why are you wanting to do this? Why? Look how beautiful these moving averages are spread apart. That's what you want to see in an uptrend. That is really where you want your moving averages to look in an uptrend. You want the little 9 and 21 just to spiral around. Not too often, but every once in a while it's cool. They'll dance off each other, and every once in a while they'll come down and talk to the 50, and everything's happy, and they just keep spreading out, and that's when you know, ooh, baby, we are in trend. This is the money train. Yeah, that's the train you want to ride right there. And Bitcoin has been on it right now on the smaller time frames here. Since we hit this bottom area here, we've been on the money train. But this particular money train should be crashing soon, and I think it's got some jet fuel. This little cloud is not getting thick and big. It's getting a little bit smaller and thinny. And what happens when this particular pattern, especially a rising channel, these rising wedges, the rising triangle shapies, if a bear trap breaks back into the pattern after breaking out, it has a high tendency to go to the top of the pattern. It also has a very high tendency to break out of that pattern. Now, in this particular pattern, when you get a bullish breakout on this very bearish pattern, it will send price flying almost straight up. Are we going to see that? Is that going to wreck my account? Is that going to build my other account like crazy? It will have a huge effect, so you need to be prepared, especially if you are doing anything with any kind of leverage, because they're going to be some asses spanked tonight, I think, or tomorrow. Either the people getting all set up waiting for that big move, or the people getting all set up waiting for this big move down. There's gonna be lots of losers on here, because no, I don't think nobody knows. I'm banking with my TA. I'm going strict, but I'm watching just to see. If you start getting up here, baby, you start getting antsy. What's up, Grizz? Glad to have you here, baby. So, confusion in the markets. All right, so I have just a couple of coins to go over quickly. Some of the guys in the Telegram group were asking, had a request over there. Snagged this off of Twitter today. Can we blow it up? Can we make it bigger? Oh, we can make it big. I gotta make sure oh yeah, you guys can see it. Cool. I know nothing about this, but it's on Polkadot, Moonbit. New stuff are coming out over there. Maybe we're checking out. Early bird special, that kind of thing. I don't know. It's at it's on A-Star. I'm sorry. The pioneer of CrossFit, of cross-chain social fitness. Yeah, whatever that's worth. On A-Star Network. So it's on A-Star. That's cool. But Polkadot Insider. I like A-Star. I've got it, but I can't. It's not over on MEXC anymore. So I'm like, well, no, where do I buy and sell this now? So I got to look around for more A-Star. So, crap. So over in our trade setups, and links to a Telegram group are in the description down there, but I do have a, what's that, the trade setups? Yeah, I want to post one here. Someone wanted me to look at Woo and then also TRIAS. So we're going to take a look at those. Oh, crap. So I found a place that has spot margin, just like KuCoin had. And now I can work my strategy, man. I love spot margin. I can work this baby and build bags with this. Over at Bitmart, I'm tickled to death about that. Love that. So you'll see me dealing a lot more with Bitmart now. I just wish I could get this into a dark page. Why can't we have a dark version here? I'm trying to go to the spot trading. Should just went to the margin. Well, I mean, it's all the same, but nice little setup there. So they've got Woo, and it's also available for margin. Sweet. And I've got my little candles and everything set up here. Taking a look at, oh, I can't. Yeah, I can. I can copy this one. Had to make sure I can get a copy of this so I can post it to the group when I take a look at it. So I think there's a lot of hype about this, and they're looking at this symmetrical triangle. What I was seeing, but I couldn't tell what the moving averages were doing. Looks like it's trying to do a diamond bottom. At least that's what I see. And let's zoom out just a little bit here. See what we're working with on the weekly. Ooh, okay, this is Woo. Woo does pretty impressive, right? It was like a nickel or something. I think got up to $1.34. 178 was his high. Spent a lot of time, oh well, between 50 cents and $1. Don't know what that candle was. And it's been hanging around a dime for a while, right? Well, it's been bottoming at a dime, has been hanging around there. in kind of a range. Corresponds with way over here to the left. Let's go ahead and mark these little guys out here. They're going to be, well, that's our top area. So I always like to zoom out first because, well, that's where you get the big picture. It's easy to get caught up on smaller time frames. Even the daily can, you know, be too shallow for you sometimes. So it had a little bit of a rounding shape here, and then we kind of just, if you want to call it flagged out or whatever. This one may be an interesting one. I would even look for this at, yeah. And I think it's Chris in our group was asking about this. I think some people were thinking about shorting it, but he's wondering about a long-term hold. I do like this one as a long-term hold because it does pretty well. I mean, for it to be, where are we at now? About 16 cents, somewhere through there. I mean, it's a good 10x'er and may go higher. It may get up to 20 something. I thought it was up. Oh, it went up to yeah, $1.75, $1.78, something like that, right? So 10x, it may go up more than that this run around. I'm always looking for this. It's hard for me to find this little guy, and he's not even really a must-have. So nice little rounding shape, peaked out, and now we're just making a wedge there. So this does have a high chance to break to the upside. Ooh, we got the rainbow fibs over here on Bitmart. I have not changed that yet. Gotta change that. Gotta change it now because I can't see it. So to get rid of the rainbow effect, go to settings, click settings, and there we go. Took it a minute. Scroll down here to background. Let's get rid of that. And while we're here, let's add a few choice fibs. The 172, I like mine to be red. And my little cheat one, negative 0.27. Why do we throw a 27 instead of 272? Because 7 and 2 is 9. 9 is a magical number. I have a 9 moving average too. It works very well. I go with the numbers. Fibonacci is a numerical sequence. Oh, I just erased my diamond, didn't I? So diamond on the very, very small time frame that we have to look at. So we got the little diamond pattern at a good turnaround place for this pattern is what we're getting at. Kind of breaking the bigger picture down into the smaller one. So we got a falling wedge, has about a 70% chance to break to the upside. And now that we're on the weekly, moving averages still kind of hurt. Now I've got those set up, right? Yeah. We're not positive on the moving averages on the daily or the weekly. We're making ground on the daily though. We have recovered the 9. So now, so this whole time we're staying under the 9, get above it a little bit, get blown back out. Ooh, look to the moon. The thing that you don't have here that you need to solidify it, that it will stay above the 9, is when the 9 crosses the 21. Then you should be fairly good. And that's getting ready to happen, so it doesn't look so much like a diamond on the daily chart. Well, if you say it looks like a diamond, then it starts looking like a diamond because that's just kind of persuasive. There we go, in a 4 hour. So it's a good bottoming pattern. A lot of times you'll see an inverted head and shoulders. Some people might even think that we got three little dipty dips. That's all I haven't thought of. It looks like a reversal pattern is happening right there to me, in my personal opinion. And then I like to just come in and zoom in on the moving averages and see how they're looking. We got the 200 moving average over here. They are set up to make it's making a move. So the 9 crossed the 21. That's the first step. Then we went above the 50. We just need the 9 to cross the 50. And that will be the second step. Then we can overcome the 100 and move our way up through the averages. It's like skating through the rainbow. So I'll lock that. And basically, I mean, the diamond pattern just basically gets you back to where you started, where it does, which in this case should give us a breakout. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to post this so he'll know what I'm talking about. All right. First, you need to measure move. We want some targets. Some targets. Price is retraced to the 786 and we got a diamond. It looks like the official way to trade this so that you don't lose your ass and take unnecessary risks, the proper way to trade this little guy is to wait for price to break out of this trend line, come back, retest it, put your buy there, or after it tests and starts going to the other side, put your buy there, and then you're at the trend. Degens like me have a hard time with that because we see prices down here at these juicy little bottoms and we like to get in early. And sometimes it works and then sometimes it don't. And it sucks when it doesn't. And that's just the little risk that we take when we use that strategy. So trade wisely. Where's my little eraser tool, man? I need to get this stuff off. So from the get-go, we can get a measure move as a target. That measure move should take us up here to Lucy's moving average. Yep, I got her over here too. Crazy how that works, isn't it? And that's at 30 cents. So that's good come up right there. There is also another moving average that we can take. Treat this kind of as like a AB equals CD type move. That will get us up to this area at 41 cents. Should that play out? That's a little, that'll take a while. And let's see, these moving averages are colored just a little bit different. So what I'm doing right now is a trade setup, an actual setup, so that I can post it over in the group. And then we got short-term targets for our short-term trades, and we got long-term targets for somebody who wants to hold it just a little bit longer. And there we have it with a bunch of lines over here. So on the daily, can we come down to the 4 hour? Would that make any more sense? Actually, I think the daily makes the most sense. Oh, it's hard to make sense out of all these numbers on the side. So, what can we do for that? We can put a price label on each one. Copy that little guy. Move him up. I don't know if I have room for that. I don't have that top line there. That was resistance. So we got those, and you know, how will this play out? Oh, that's too much. Here to the, I don't like that target. All right, that's not right. Well, I guess I have to do that then. Will that work? Hey, that... No, I just lost Telegram. What happened? Hey, that did work. Worked nicely, looks like. And this is Woo Daily. And we just write a little bit what's going on. There is a possible diamond pattern at the bottom of the falling wedge. Bottom of a larger falling wedge. And since we're live, I don't have as much time to go through and put all the details in. Sometimes I'll go through and, you know, I'll put a lot more details in there and break things down. And then, you know, if I'm doing it from live stream, I'm usually having to skip that step just a little bit. But so we got that one posted over there. Now, let's just come on back over here to Trading View, and let's go with TRIAS. And I want to take a look at VET too. I like VET. TRIAS against Tether, what are you doing? That don't even look right. Much better. That's same setup that I had on it, or that's the setup I had. I was looking at that trend line, it broke, and it looks like it's claimed it now. Whipsaw action right there a couple of days ago. Stopped everybody out so that now they can do what they want to do. And what did they want to do exactly? I gotta get rid of that line. To me, this is bullish. Buy zone is right here. I don't know how it's buy is right here. So I guess a safe entry would be once it gets above this high at 382. Of course, you're going to miss some of that move. So that's today. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames here. Yeah, she's looking good. Juicy she is. Now, eventually when the 200 crosses over this 366, it will be another swing to the upside. Even more juice, even more fuel to the fire, but that will take a while for that to play out. It's going to have a little bit of sideways flippy-floppy flop while the 50 and the 100 figure out which side of the fence they want to be on, but the other ones are looking nice, so there's a chance to get this cheaper. Oh, I can't really do that because of their the market maker heyday right here. And we're sitting right at the 618. That's your best buy zone. Where it is now, maybe down to 200 if it comes down there. It's no guarantees that it will. But it does have a chance to go sideways, maybe toward the top half of this triangle. I mean, I don't know. It could easily be wrong. I've been wrong often before. Sometimes it blasts right through my box, and sometimes it just comes right to it and just almost touched it. Just put its finger just right in it. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. So we got the buy zone right there. So I'm not really doing anything different to this. Targets are still in play. And this is 4 hour. We just need to get our little percentages up, see if this is worth taking this trade or not. 8%. I'm looking at 476 actually. 29%. See, we had this target before, and that's what they did. They wicked up and got it. They actually went a little bit over it. But I think that was from over here somewhere. Okay. Not an impressive trade setup, I don't think, but this one does, I mean, it does good. I mean, it gets a lot higher. All right. So $sign TRIAS. I really have not very many comments on that. TRIAS 4 hour. All right, post that over for the group. And let's take a quick look at VET, V-E-T, V-Chain, Vicenio. I'll just grab Binance right there. Ooh. Lucky V-Chain's on a roll. It's just got that breakout with volume. Ooh. On the 4 hour. I still gotta zoom out. I can't see the beauty of what's going on here. How, yeah, it is a breakout. Even if you wanted to be a stickler, go with the highest point on the wick. Well, it definitely spells a breakout there, but you only got 2 points. So it's not a very strong line. one's a bit of a stronger line. So I like that. That's nice. Going into the red cloud there. We're gonna have a falling channel. Still got all my targets are in play here for V-Chain. So it looks like we are headed up from 1.7 cents. We were down at 1.5-ish, 1.6. We're headed up to 19 or 1.97 cents. So I've had this target here for a while. It's interesting how as we look at it today, the 200 moving average is sitting right on top of it. And we're approaching the 100 moving average there, so getting a little bit of resistance or whatever, but our moving averages are flipping. We had a breakout with volume. At some point, it may retest this area. It may come up to 0.19 and then come back down, retest, and then before we move up. It's typical action that you will see out of these breakouts. They get on the roll and then you're rejected. And, no, man, no. And, you know, some people bail out and come back to the retest and either retest the price where it broke out, or that's what you really want. And sometimes it will come down and retest the line. Not as fun. Kind of does a double bottom. And then sometimes it likes to ride that leg down, and that's just a failed breakout. That's a lack. That's when you have no volume. So when you got the volume like this, we should be looking for, you know, something kind of like what we saw over here. Maybe not as big, but up to this 200 moving average and that target. So nice out of V-Chain. From the breakout to that's 21% move. From the nice juicy bottom, that's 34%. Love V-Chain. And it is one of my bigger bags, and I ain't selling. I'm turning that into Bitcoin, and it ain't time for it. It ain't ripe yet. But this is a great place to pick it up if you're trying to turn your bet into more Bitcoin. Chris says, I think 27 to 28 then. I'd be happy either way. Oh, hey, Chris. I'm just now. I get lost in the charts, guys. I'm sorry. I wish there's a way I could keep this up. I need more monitors. I need another monitor right on top of this one. No problem, Chris. All right. So Gris says, I think 27, 28. You know, it's starting to look like it could. And I'm like, darn it. It's making me have to look harder and at the charts. And let me get another chart, because the big thing I'm looking at is on the weekly, right? And I'm like, well, dang, it can do that. Here's what, just with the moving averages, just how moving averages play out and how they work. Let's clean up all this little mess. I don't know if I got that there for a reason. I forgot what I was doing on this chart. Yeah, let's just clear it out. I don't think this is important. You don't have any, like a... Okay. Yeah. Fresh, clean chart. Just on the weekly. So I've got this marked on my other charts as a target, 24,200, that area, 50 moving average. That's where we should be headed. That's where we are supposed to be going. If it goes to 28, and it could, but it should go here first. And that's what's throwing me off. And I'm like, because we're too far away, in my opinion, from the 9 that we're not bouncing off anything to go back and test it out. We should bounce off of here to go back to the 9. That's what should happen. and is just giving signs like, I'm going to break the rules this time. And then we got the daily here where we got the, the bear's cross, the death cross, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, yeah, that will take us down there. What's it doing? Going up. Suckety suck suck. I mean, and then on top of that, you got a freaking breakout. And then on top of that, the 4 hour, you're above the 200 moving average on the 4 hour, which is technically bullish. So for me, it's very frustrating. And Ichimoku Cloud just sitting there cheering it on. It's like, go baby, you go girl. I got your back, girl. You just run for it. I'll distract them. You go. And here we are. And right there is our target, 27,863 at this moving average. So what the hey, Bitcoin? So all that looks bullish as all get out. And then you got these indicators saying, nah, we're coming down. We're coming down. But money flow saying, you think you're coming down, but what the money knows, where the money goes, the price follows. So follow the money. And money flow going up. Moving average is looking, they're looking good. On the 4 hour, they just look good. It looks like, oh, I'm getting ready to jump up there and cross. The only thing is that we have the 100 and the 50. They're the heavier of these. And giving us a little weight, pulling us, keeping us down a little bit. I don't know if it's enough to bring us price back down to it, though. We've got a 4 hour candle close above that. But here's what this could look like. It looks bullish. It looks bullish. Just all get out, right? But right over here, where did you go? Is what it could look like. Where we came up above it. Oh yeah, baby. Let's roll, party time. But the moving average never crossed. So we got rejected. And then we got this. And right here, we came up to it. Looked like we were golden, right? But moving average never even got close to it. Moving average is close, but it has not crossed. So we still can come down, and it loses the 9, it comes to the 21. And by then the 9 is just all depressed and giving up and looks just all slumpy and just needs to go to therapy. And price will start moving to the downside, but So which way will it go? How would this play out? Here's the chart on the daily, where we got the death cross. And it looks like the price is going up to there to meet the death cross at the 50. And it could, but we still don't have a cross of the 9 over the 21 that would really signal that that's what's going to happen. So I think we're just in limbo. I think we're in Bitcoin purgatory. So it's a great place to hedge, I think. I mean, definitely, if you were to think about it, you could put tight stop losses up or down on fresh trades. It's just the trades you've already been working on that you're just getting screwed right now. But it's a perfect place to put hedges, is to go long, baby. Long and short at the same time. With, I guess, some respectable leverage, because you couldn't do it really well with high leverage. It would slap you. But a 5x, maybe you probably may even have enough wiggle room with the 10x to hedge both sides of the fence there and then let it figure out. But I just find it hard to see how it can maintain all this bullishness when we're on a weekend. When we wake up and we have Friday tomorrow, and then we have Saturday, and then, you know, it's just lackluster. But then, you know, the institutions like to play during the weekdays. The true whales, well, they play all the time. Of course, you got market makers 24/7, but I don't know. You can't tell me this at the moment. This thing just looks bullish as all get out. So thank you, Market Cipher, for giving me a little red dot to help me keep a little bit of perspective. There's some bearish divergence, but you know, it's not strong. I mean, price is going up and the indicator is also going up, just at a different angle. Now, stochastics does have that divergence, but it's not the strongest one to play out for divergence. MACD's got some divergence on here, but none on the lines there. It's a mismatch. So for all the analysis and for everything that's telling me, you've got flip a coin, baby. There's your statistics right there. Flip a freaking coin on Bitcoin. I may set up a hedge trade. That may be exactly the way I do it. Tone down the leverage, go for a hedge, and let's see what we go with on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is crazy, but let's look at dominance. That's one of our clues to it, right? Because she's been, I don't know why I did that. I went through all this trouble to make up this 3-screen thing. Bitcoin dominance over here has been on a tear. Tether dominance been coming down. So we lost the point of control here. We're well above it over on Bitcoin dominance. We are still below it on total 3 on altcoins. I think that's an interesting dynamic. So money's been coming out of Tether. People have been saying, hey man, this is a good time to buy some Bitcoin and buy some altcoins. So both things have been happening at the same time. Both have been coming up. Dominance has been coming down as far as Tether. Sane is getting ready to take a turnaround, getting bumped off of this 200 moving average on the 4-hour. So we may get a little bump up there. Should bring these other guys down. But total 3, that's the one that's getting ready to, our altcoins are getting ready to get a little bit of a bumpy ride here. So they're getting ready to stall out over the weekend. And looks like Bitcoin dominance is starting to come down over the weekend. So we've got that. Still bullish. Don't get it twisted. It's still bullish. Oh, dude, it just changed that one to the... I'm still getting used to having 3 charts on one screen here. So dominance wants to come down, and Bitcoin dominance looks like it just wants to skyrocket to the upside. What does that mean? That's a crazy combination. Will that happen? If that were to happen, well, that would look something like this. If Bitcoin goes up, or if Bitcoin dominance goes down and Bitcoin goes up, and then we have alt season. So if this starts coming down and Bitcoin skyrockets like a madman, this is going to pump like crazy too. It's going to blast right through there. It could be a possibility. I don't know if you can see this, but money flow is in the green. Money flow is coming to the upside on this. Are we looking at that? Is Bitcoin going to blast off and take our altcoins with it? That's a win-win for all of us. That would be nice. Huh. I can't see it happening over the weekend, but stranger things have happened. These are 4-hour charts, so this will play out over 3 days. Crazy, right? Freaking crazy. So Bitcoin, you and me got to talk, baby. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. Daily Bitcoin chart. I mean, it doesn't look bearish. I mean, it looks like it's getting tired, but it doesn't look bad on my indicators. Oh, this is market dominance. I'm still not on the right thing. Daily Bitcoin chart. No, it doesn't look bad at all. It looks quite frisky. Well, this leads us back to our head and shoulders theory. When all else fails, go back to the original. So maybe the original will turn out after I had to get my mindset adjusted to the possibility of coming down. That looks horrible. That looks horrible. I just don't see how we're going to look back in history and go, and we had the death cross and Bitcoin just went on a tear to 34,000. I don't think that is going to be reported in the news. I don't think it's going to work out that way. It makes no sense for it to work out that way. It makes sense for it to get rejected right up here at 27.4. I'm just disappointed that you decided to go there now. So that will be a floppity flop looking head and shoulders. I expected something a little bit more grandiose, Bitcoin. I'm expecting 30,000. Impress me. If you're going to do it right. Technically, if it gets a breakout out of that, how are we going to measure that? If we're going from all the way back up here, what? It would have to be more of a channel, wouldn't it? We got channel, unless you want to do this. You've technically got that. Playing with measure moves here. Shabamio. 33.8. I believe it when I see it. $30,500, a bit more realistic. Now I'm looking at Bitcoin and I'm looking at the money flow here. Now we're on the other chart. I thought it was the daily, where the money flow was coming up. I mean, this one's angling up, but I thought we saw it just a little bit more pronounced. It's the 4-hour. Yeah, the 4-hour looks like it is ready to do. Well, stochastics want to come down, but money flow is ready to do something. This little guy right here is just. It's just tripping me out. This is tripping me out. Why you're still so freaking bullish right now? Why are you still so bullish right now at resistance? Why? Explain this to me. It's defying. Look at you. The 1 minute wants to go. The freaking 1 minute right now wants to rock and roll. Look at this. Could have been trading the 1 minute chart here. Well, 100x over, that's a 20% move right there. How's my little hedge going? Oh crap, where'd my... I had a trade there. I had one open there. Oh, yes, I got stopped out in profit of 11 cents. But yet it still gave me a negative for total. Oh, that sucks. That was my fault. That was my fault. That was my fault. Look at her go, baby. Look at her go. You know what's really impressive? 10-second chart. When I want to get really nitty gritty, I'll come to the 10-second chart. It's a little blocky sometimes, but the moving averages are extremely, extremely helpful to help you follow price and help you figure out what it's going to do. This is doing something unbelievable right now. Bitcoin wants to go up. It looked like we were getting rejected here at the 200 moving average, but Bitcoin says, what? You thought she was going to reject me? I've known her for years. I play around with the moving average all the time. 200, we go way back. You know, we cross each other's path every once in a while. I'll say hi, she'll say hi. We gotta go out, we have a drink, and one thing leads to another, we're doing pretty good, and pretty soon, the kids are coming up around, and then we got the 9 following us, along with the 21, and then we're just all going all up, Okay, Bitcoin. You do what you do. Bitcoin is trying to break the rules on the weekend. Do the impossible. Will it do it? Ladies and gentlemen, will Bitcoin make the home run over this lackluster weekend with no one in the game? I guess that's the perfect time to hit a home run, when no one's out there really watching and no one's out there playing against you to stop you. Nobody. Let's just defy all the rules. Let's throw my textbooks out the window and just watch this whole market explode over the weekend. I just can't buy the story, man. I can't buy it. I can't buy it, man. What's the catch here, dude? What's the catch? You're blowing my mind, Bitcoin. You're doing something on this time frame that this one says you're not supposed to be doing. Overall, though, on the weekly, we mentioned this many times before, right when the cloud was first showing up, that it would suck us into it and eventually it will spit us out on the other side bullishly. It's just that we can get fluctuations up and down. So yeah, it sounds like I'm freaking out about Bitcoin. Well, I am, because it's just, I really expected to hit here before it goes back up there. So I'm perplexed. Like, why aren't we touching this before making that move up? And that's going to drive me freaking crazy, man. But what else we got going on here? See, weeklies is a little bit. Stochastics are bottom out. See, we're still kind of bearish here on the weekly. I mean, look, this is bearish. This is bearish on the weekly. So whatever is at play here, I just don't feel it's organic whatsoever. And with this 9 moving average crossing the 21 and coming down here, I mean, this is a week away? That should be what we need to push us down to the 50. But it looks like we're going to come back up to the 9 and the 200 before the 50. And that honestly was not what I read in that chart. So yeah, I'm kind of amazed. Tons of people in the game didn't get it when it, when it went low. Watch it ride to the top and take notes. Yeah, you got to get the dartboard out. That's what Striker says. Sometimes the TA is smoke and mirrors when big players start moving. The TA is, yeah, the TA is cluing me in that the big players are moving. And man, for years that's what we wanted in crypto. That was the dream, adoption, especially by the big guys, right? And you know, it seemed like it was never happened, and then, you know, the pandemic came and that accelerated everything. And they started coming in just a little, you know, we got a taste of them. We haven't even got the big dogs in yet. But you see how they played and how they would pump and dump Bitcoin like, and Almeida was right there with them doing it. They play especially with an unregulated space in their eyes, they're having a field day. So, I mean, I guess it's one of those situations like be careful what you wish for, because when they get here, the game will change. And I mean, they've been trying to change it forever. They're trying everything possible to get this under their claws into it, make everything a security so we can control it. They're trying so hard. And I mean, it's just interesting. I mean, and so if they can't do it by force, they're going to do it underhandedly, and they're going to do it by sleaze and enticement. So they'll make it very convenient for things, and you will trade your freedoms off for that convenience, or your privacy's off for that convenience. And I mean, they're going to try every trick in the book that they've done in the legacy system. It's just going to be an adventure, I guess. So I just want to stack up my Bitcoin. And I just want to use it for leverage and borrow against it. Did you know if you have Bitcoin and you take a loan out, or if you have anything, real estate, whatever, you take a loan out, that loan is non-taxable. You pay it back. And if you got a vehicle where you can borrow and pay back, and borrow and pay back of your own, you know, you can get a nice little system there that's not ate away with every transaction that you take. So there's the cool things, the cool reasons to make sure that you have a decent supply of Bitcoin for long term, and it doesn't involve selling it. Especially, you know, the price goes up and down like it does in the cycles of Bitcoin. You can work that way to your advantage, using it, treating it more like real estate. Striga says, I tried to watch pending orders, gives you an outlook on what's going on. Yeah, I look at the order books too. Where were we? I had one. Oh gosh, kill me. Don't kill me, but and then over here, oh, well, that's why you're not showing anything, because I got woo typed up there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bitmart has a star. I was looking through their coins. I'm really impressed with the list that they have over on Bitmart. I like spot margin, baby. I can work with that. And that gives me my old strategy back, and I love that strategy. Right now, I'm just trying to get Bitcoin on the screen with the order book, and I can't get this freaking... There we go. There's a little arrow. Lots of things going around. 26.6 up there. That's where we are now. Well, not yet, but that's not really giving me... I may have to look on my phone. There's one of them I can adjust how many Satoshis we go back and everything, and not really do it like this. But yeah, gosh, that's awful busy right there, isn't it? Well, before we head out, gosh, it's already 12:25. See, it's so easy. Render. Check out Render real quick. She's wanting to do something. Look, she wicked down to my little buy box. 130, 141. How do you get this off? Any other time, we're just gonna keep you there, baby. So 177, I think, is incoming. That's about 15% return on Render, but I think bigger prices are coming for Render. And now we're talking, looking about 258 from there. We're sitting at about 155. She's getting her breakout right now. This trend line will be a hiccup. If it comes near it, it will be resistance. But, I mean, you don't have to worry about it until $3, so cool. So daily's looking kind of good. It's getting a little bit tired here. It's had a nice little run up on the shorter time frames. But we did get the breakout out of Render. This is one kind of on the hot list that's expected to continue its little run up. It's starting to go a little parabolic. Just a wee little bit. So if you're in it, your bag should be doing fairly nicely, especially considering the way everything else has been. Even though this one's taking a hit too. So I've got this trend line here, and then this is the parallel of it, just to kind of give us a possible support resistance line. I guess it kind of really applying more here. It looks like in the short term we're hitting about 160. May catch a little bit of a hiccup, but or this little guy may be trying to do one of those parabolic moves. Okay, that angle works. So that's really a bearish pattern. Ichimoku Cloud looks like it wants to do something. It's got a lot of money flow coming in. Riding above the 9 on the 4 hours. She still looks like she's got some moves in her. And we're needing a fifth wave here, which is thinking about 162. I'm looking at this moving average right here. So right there in that ballpark between 160 to 160 may be where we top out. It may do a double top here, maybe. We'll have to see. Elliott wave is a little bit subjective. But these targets right here should be in play. The 177 may be a little bit off. Then it may need to do like a little correction, solidify its ground, and move out. But the biggest thing is getting a breakout out of that area. That's kind of hot, kind of cool. Pullback area for this little guy. It's good if it doesn't come below the 382 where it dipped down to. It's at the 236 right now. That's actually good for more upward movement. It doing what it's doing right there. Not the greatest trend line, but I would establish one as a line in the sand and wait for... See if it breaks or if it bounces. If it bounces, and then we're starting to get that kind of wedgie shape there that can lead to something parabolic. And I only say that because Ichimoku Cloud kind of suggests it might happen, and all this money flow can make it happen. It's something I keep my eye out for. If it starts getting overly bullish, gets above this trend line, there might be an explosive move on the horizon. Sounds crazy now, but if Bitcoin dominance is coming down, Bitcoin is going up, altcoins will shoot up too. Hard to believe. Conflicting to that, we have Token Metrics over here says that we're clearly in Bitcoin season. So remember what I said, there's all kinds of conflicting information right now. We kind of lost our little, we were headed up there and we were in the gray area. And now we're coming back more to Bitcoin. That's because Bitcoin dominance went off, but it's starting to come down now. So that's what I'm saying. Road Dog, you just sound like you're all confused. You just don't know which way, what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just saying, for some reason, there's this big bullish push at the time of the week when there really shouldn't be a big bullish push. And it doesn't make sense, but it is showing on the charts. So the charts are saying, short term, Bitcoin wants to do something at the worst freaking time to do it. So it must be a hella Friday coming tomorrow. I'm eager to see what happens in the morning, and hopefully I can do a day stream. If I don't stay up way too late tonight, early in the morning, you'll probably see me. Strega says, I keep forgetting about render. I did too. That's why I didn't get it at the juicy bottom-me prices that we had. But I did get it at a decent price. Where were we? But I didn't get it down at these good prices. I wasn't thinking that this one in INJ. I knew to get INJ, and I forgot about it until it was almost $4. Bummy. That was like, that's one on my list to do for this bull market, or for this bear market. Trigger says, I'm trying to make sense. All right, guys, I will try my best to have a stream tomorrow just to check the craziness out in the market, because I definitely do foresee that there will probably be some craziness tomorrow, because Bitcoin just going all weird, and that should have some repercussions. But as for tonight, I am going to bid you farewell and thank you so much for watching. And if you can, hit that like button, help this get out to more people. And remember, if you are looking for an exchange, I've got links in the description below. We have BitUnix, friendly to US and Canada. I also have Bitmart, friendly to US and Canada. You do need VPN though. It's just, you just need one anyway. And also Beardisk, and they also have copy trading and futures, nice futures price. I can't believe I got stopped out on my long before it blew up. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Show you like my